Hello, everybody. Welcome to PostBox.
Is that what we're going for?
I don't know. I just said it confidently.
So we still haven't landed on a name for this section.
I quite like PostBox.
So again, let's have your suggestions.
Do we need to?
As you know, the suggestions keep rolling.
Sure.
Ideas keep flowing. We'll land.
But there's
on
almost
one.
too many now. I feel like we're going to offend somebody with.
Well, no. Why are we?
Do we need to do like a vote? Do you think?
Okay.
A big vote to decide. I like PostBox.
Okay. If you like PostBox, write PostBox.
Write it.
Write PostBox.
Please comment along.
I have some other suggestions.
Oh, go on. Throw the suggestions then.
So some other people said the overflow.
Overflow,
the
classic.
Flow down.
Flow as in slow down.
Yeah.
That's from John Brennan, like that one.
Flow reflection was from Joe
Ooh,
Lakovich.
wow, that's
she
deep.
suggested that.
Oh.
My sister-in-law, what did she suggest? She suggested
Flow
flow further.
Which is cool.
So there are some other suggestions, but we just can't.
I like PostBox as many layers for me.
PostBox. I guess we could do a fun design with that.
Yes, we will work on a design. How are you doing this evening? Did you enjoy church today?
Oh!
Would love you to comment along. So please tell us. I know that we're not exactly live, but we will be commenting live with you.
Hey,
so please.
We're going to be in two places.
We're going to be there. So please just comment along, say hello. How you doing? Did you enjoy church today, Emily?
I loved church today.
Even with the sound issues?
Even with the sound issues, I always think when you have a moment of adversity, when things don't go as they should, I don't know, it almost makes things better.
Sure.
It almost makes you tune in more. It almost makes you press in more. And so it makes you go, do you know what? I'm not going to let anything stop me from experiencing what Christ has for me today.
Yes.
And so I still really loved it. Obviously, I was here. But I hope for you guys it was the same. Like, I hope it was just as powerful for you. And praying for the healings. We had some really powerful moments in that, and people commenting things they needed healing for.
Share a testimony if you've got one now. Write in the comments. Please share it. We'd love to hear any testimonies.
Or anything that you're still praying for.
Yeah, cool. We'll pray for it.
We will keep praying for that.
Absolutely.
We would love to. So yeah, I love church today.
It was great. And then of course Dylan's message.
And Dylan's word
was powerful. We're gonna spend some time talking through that today. Yeah. We're gonna go through some questions asking each other, which hopefully you might have done over lunchtime.
Yes.
But guys, also want to let you know that in the future we want to get other people to come host this section, don't we?
We do.
So if maybe you and your partner fancy hosting PostBox, why don't you send us a message and maybe we can make that happen.
I think Iram and Rix should do this.
Rix should definitely do this. Or maybe like Jade and Honey.
Yeah, that would
Lems
be
and
fun.
Lorraine.
Yes, that would be so fun.
So we just want to get different people to come and have some fun here, or maybe one of us will do it with them.
Digest church.
Just digest together, and just I found with the online stuff, when it ends, it kind of ends suddenly, and it feels like that's it. Whereas it's nice to know we're going to reconvene and talk through stuff. Yeah. So Emily, on the cards today.
On the cards.
We're going to do a online quiz together, which I'm going to tell you about in a second.
I'm going to find out.
I was going to tell him in a second, but okay, it's fine. Yeah, cool. And then we're going to share a little bit of upcoming information. And then we're going to watch the giving video again because
you were funny.
Because it was hilarious, and also we like you to give you money. And then we're going to then talk through Dylan's message today. So that's the plan. Woo. You ready?
I'm so ready.
I have a quiz prepared for Emily today where we are going to discover what disciple she is. Which disciple she is of Jesus. Have you ever done one of those online quizzes to find out what type of potato you are?
Jazzed.
Or Hogwarts house?
Like which Disney princess? Yep, Hufflepuff all the way.
Hufflepuff, Slytherin. Yeah, I know. I was actually Slytherin. Did you know that? I was actually in Harry Potter, and I was a Slytherin boy.
This ended up.
What princess were you?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell you? Okay. No. So we're doing which disciple are you today?
Yeah.
You can do this yourself at quizbliss.com.
Other quiz websites available as well.
Emily, I would love you not to look at the screen. Focus that way. And I'm going to ask questions, and we're going to find out which disciple you are.
The bad ones?
The bad ones? As long as you're not Judas, you're all right. What do you mean bad ones? Emily. Thaddeus is a really important part of the discipleship crew.
Okay, all right.
Does anyone know who he is? No, but it's fine. We still love him.
Thaddeus.
All right, Emily. Which of the following would your friends use to describe you? Loyal, determined, or passionate? I know what I'd say, but... Good. Great answer. This is going really well so far.
Loyal.
Loyal. That is what I would pick. You are very loyal. We've clicked it.
I'm so indecisive with these
Is that
questions.
it? Have I clicked it? I go down?
Yeah.
Which of the following do you fear most?
Oh, gosh.
Public speaking, which, by the way, is the #1 fear of the world. And so well done for you for doing it every week. Heights or closed spaces?
Closed spaces.
Yeah, amen. No one wants to be locked in anywhere.
Whoa.
Can people easily tell how you're feeling?
Yes.
Yes. Very true.
I cannot hide that.
Are you active on social media? Oh, I wonder what that's got to do with the disciples.
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of have to be.
Why do you have to be, Emily? Let's talk about that.
Because it's the day and age we're in.
Wow. Deep. That was a good answer. When working on a project,
no.
you usually like to, puddle is not an option, by the way, usually like to work in groups, work on your own, work with a partner.
Work with a partner.
Yeah. There we go. And
Groups
Emily,
is too much
do you want to?
Some people get annoying, but
Some people have big
own,
personalities, aren't they, Ben?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone how you won in a partnership? You won a legal debate competition.
Oh my gosh!
Tell everyone.
Yeah.
Go on.
So I was a second-year law student, and I entered a negotiating competition with a partner at our university, and we won that one. And then we got through to regionals. And then we got through to the national finals, and we came third at a national negotiating competition. And that was against like trained barristers, and we were just second-year law students. So if you need some negotiating going on in your life, then hit me up
with the family,
because I got your back. I know how to negotiate that.
I didn't even know they had negotiating competitions, but that sounds fun. I would love to do that.
Solicitors go and meet one another, and they have to negotiate over a contract to get what you want for your client. Wow. So basically,
there you go. A fact about Emily you did not know. You've heard enough about me. Let's talk about Emily's facts. If your coworker is violating a policy, what do you do?
You're my coworker.
Well, imagine you work in a normal job, a proper job, as my brother would say. Tell your boss about it. Tell HR and have them deal with the issue. Talk to him or her directly about it. Ooh, good one.
I'd probably tell my boss.
Tell your boss.
Yeah.
All right.
Thinking back to my National Trust days, that's what I'd do.
Right.
I also worked for the National Trust.
She did also work for the National Trust. There you go. You have a potluck at work. I'm assuming
that's lunch.
That's a lunch where you all bring something, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you do potluck church lunch?
No, but isn't that a very American term, potluck? No?
Anyone?
I'm looking around. All right, just me. Well done, Liam. Right. Which of the following would you bring?
Oh, okay.
I know. Cupcakes, fruit and vegetable tray, a casserole. Casserole. Cupcakes. I thought you would. Or more gingerbread men, but love them. Is it easy for you to connect with people?
Yes.
No, sometimes yes. Okay, you answer that one straight away.
What?
I
thought you were saying no for me. I was
no.
like, all right.
Do you prefer large parties or intimate gatherings?
Oh, well, both.
You have to pick one. We got 18 questions. Come on.
Intimate gatherings.
Intimate gatherings.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. What do you look for in a partner? Similar core values, drive and determination, sense of humour. You've got one with all.
Values.
I have not got a sense of humour. Similar core values. If you can fly to any one of these places, where would you go? Spain, Indonesia, Jamaica.
Jamaica.
To go with Marcia.
Wagwan.
If time and money weren't an issue, which of the following would you want to learn? Photography, cooking, foreign language, coding.
Foreign language.
100% foreign language. If you were to choose among a list of superpowers, which one would you choose? Read people's minds, indivisibility.
What does that mean?
Well, that's what it says.
Should we just
I'm assuming it means invisibility. What's indivisibility?
Anyway, can someone... What? Dictionary?
Anyway, I'm going to say invisibility or flight.
Sorry, what?
Read people's minds, indivisibility or flight.
Flight
would be awesome. Then we wouldn't have to pay for mission trips.
Yeah.
You can't divide it. Would you rather freeze time or turn back time?
Yo.
Got a crick in the neck.
Freeze time,
yeah. Going back would be too complicated.
No, it would be.
Do you work better under pressure?
Yes, I actually do.
Oh, okay. I put no. No!
Liam!
Sorry, I accidentally...
be wrong!
This was such a waste! 16 questions in. I'm so sorry. I didn't think you did work well under pressure.
I need a deadline to make me work better. Is that under pressure?
Yeah, let's take that. When shopping for gifts, what do you usually get? Whatever is on the person's wish list, a gift card or cash, something sentimental and personalised.
Sentimental.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Which view do you prefer most? Mountain range, city view, or sunset by the beach?
Oh, sunset at the beach every single time.
Yeah. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their life? Ooh. Skydive, publish an article or book, live in a foreign country, get a tattoo.
Ha! Probably live in a foreign country.
Yeah, I'm predicting what you're about to say. Right, here we go. Calculating results, Emily. You are Simon the Zealot.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I'll take that.
Simon.
What does that mean?
Well, the Zealots were a radical group of Jewish people that wanted to kill the Romans. So well done, Emily.
Always wanted to kill a Roman.
It says this, like Simon the Zealot, you are fiercely loyal, courageous, and zeal. I mean, it means zealous.
They need their grammar.
They really need their grammar check. Your friends and family can always count on you if things ever went astray. I would agree with that. They know that you would fight for them and protect them from any harm. Wow, amen to our son. This is going to be great for him. You are also very passionate, and once you set your mind on something, you give it 110%.
Wow.
Would you say that's fairly accurate?
True, actually.
Quite true, actually.
Simon the Zealot.
Yeah, Simon.
Me and you.
There you go, everybody.
Winking today. I've never winked in my life.
Emily.
I have winked before in my life.
Emily is Simon the Zealot.
Wow.
Wow, well done.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going too far now. What's the time? I don't have time to do it, do I?
No, I was going to say, should we do you? Should we guess what you would be?
Go on then.
I don't know.
Do you know the 12 disciples off by heart? That's the other question.
I think you'd be...
I think I'd be Bartholomew.
I was going to say
Whoa! I have no idea who he is and what he did.
I don't know about his character at all.
So he's a mystery.
I reckon you'd be quite zealous like Simon.
Yeah.
Or you'd be... I mean, Peter was always quite
bold.
Yeah, spoke his mind.
But I don't think I'm as fearless as Peter is, maybe.
I think Peter was fearless.
Yeah, he jumped in the water, man. That's pretty crazy.
He also denied Jesus 3 times.
Whoa. Deep. I've never denied Jesus, to be fair.
Wow.
I'm a pretty steady...
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Cool, this is boring, isn't it? Cool.
Why don't you tell us what disciple you be?
Yes, take the test. Tag Flow Church in the Instagram. We will share it on a story.
Any zealots out there, hit me
we
up.
want to know who you relate to as Jesus' disciples.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So, Liam,
yes.
What we were going to talk about, what other things we've got coming up.
Yes, to keep
and we
people
have
up to date.
got an exciting moment, occasion, event.
So obviously
thing.
We've brought this warehouse and studio, and we're trying to get to a place where we can record more content with some live people there to make it more engaging. Obviously right now the Sundays we use so many team, but a friend of mine is coming down to film.
Yes.
And his name is Martin Dunsford, and he is a man who used to lead a church in Southampton, Hedge End. His church is close to 1,500 people, and he was a missionary for like 35 years while leading that church into Europe, particularly.
Yes. He has some awesome stories.
Yeah, and he's also started his own charity called Cry, which helps children all over the world. I mean, it's mad.
Yes.
The stuff this guy's done is incredible, and he's a real apostle. Is the word I would use for him. He literally gathers leaders from all over Europe. We went to his conference.
We did this year in February.
Yeah, only this year. Probably 150 people there, but 31 nations represented, all from Europe.
Wow.
Mad. And so he's messaged me. We chat quite regularly, and he wants to come down. He wants to see our studio. So I've said, well, as you're here, can I film you and get some of your stories?
Yes.
So on the 21st of October, which is a Wednesday afternoon, it's only that Wednesday afternoon. He's going to, I said 21st of October, that Wednesday afternoon. I meant, anyway. On that day, on Wednesday afternoon, he is going to be here, and we're going to record. I'm going to interview him and get him to share some of his stories about going behind the Iron Curtain.
I love those stories.
About the stories of miracles that he has seen as he's travelled into.
And he's gone to places like Greenland as well.
He's gone to remote places.
These crazy stories from.
Yeah, he doesn't go to where everyone else goes. He goes. Yeah, it's great. He has some great stories. So I'm going to interview him. We'll probably do 3 or 4 sessions. It will go up on Flowbox, but we wanted to see whether anyone wants to come and join us. So we're going to try to figure out how we do that with the COVID safeguarding and all that. But we will be posting, and if we'll figure out a way for you to book in or let us know so we can restrict numbers.
So don't turn up. Don't just turn up.
Don't turn up.
But we will be posting on our social media channels about how, if you want to come and are around, how you can do that. Because obviously we need to figure out the safety measures we have to go through first.
That is true.
Before we can actually say people to turn up. So. But we wanted you to let you know that that's what we're trying to move towards.
We're trying to get there.
Is having these moments, and we are looking to make like our Friday afternoons and Friday evenings when we record content for Flowbox. We are working to get to a place where we have a system where you can. And we know how many number we can have, what's our maximum, and then you can come along and be part of that recording and come and see people. So that's what we're working towards.
We're getting there, all right, guys. We are moving forward. To be fair, I mean, Emily, we went away this week, and I spent a lot of time this week. My devotion with God was all Thanksgiving. I was just really thankful. I was really purposefully choosing to be thankful. Just for like where we've come.
Yes.
You know, 6 months ago we were like panicking about what do we do?
Yeah.
Our mission trips had cancelled. Yeah. We lost our contract with the Hythe because of COVID, and we're like, what do we do? And we're filming in an office, which is like an engineering site, like loads of engineering firms, and we're struggling to get the sound and tech to work and all this kind of stuff. But now we're in a studio where we're starting to really produce great material. And I honestly think, I'm going to big this up a lot, Emily, Flowbox, I think, is a tremendous thing.
Yes.
Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I think you now can get teaching and content to help you grow, you and your family, but you have to take responsibility. Yeah. And I think I like that.
Yes, yeah.
And so I'd encourage people really dive into Flowbox and find some cool stuff.
Well, and also like going on that theme of Thanksgiving, like thanking everyone, you guys, for coming with us during this. And, you know, being flexible, adapting to what's going on, making the changes. Like so many people have learned different things and given time and invested, and I just think that's been really awesome as well.
Yeah, guys, we are honestly truly thankful, and even the finances to get this place as well was.
So being thankful for finances.
Oh right, yeah, nice, good link. We're going to play the video from earlier.
Yes, so I mean, guys, Liam was funny.
Well, I don't know. I was trying to be.
It was hilarious. I love the
outtakes. Giving a bit more lighter.
I love the outtakes at the end as well. No, but it's a good message. I think.
Thank you.
We get so intense and afraid of talking about giving. Like, oh gosh, this has to be really serious. Oh, come on, bring your tithe. And I think to be like, no, it's just part of life. Like it can be joyful. It is meant to be joyful.
Let's make paying
God
the bills
loves
fun.
A cheerful giver,
Come on.
like not a reluctant one. So
yeah,
we're going to play the video again, so you can watch and enjoy, and maybe be stirred again about your giving.
Yes, and then we'll be back to talk through Dylan's message.
Yes. So
see you in a minute.
Watch the video.
Welcome to the giving section of Flow Church. I hope you're having a great Sunday service. I am joined today by my good friend, Mevo. Say hello, Mevo. Thanks very much. Mevo has become a vital member of the Flow Church community. Without Mevo working tirelessly hard and recording our faces for hours upon hours, you would not be able to tune in and join in with church. He sits there for hours silently doing his job, serving so diligently, and recording our faces, then magically sending it to every computer, TV, iPhone, laptop, whatever else you have that you stream from. So thank you, Mevo. We appreciate you. But church, I need to let you know, Mevo is lonely. Mevo is lonely. Mevo needs a friend. Mevo's doing all the work by himself. He is a one-man team, everybody, and you and I need to rally together and team up and support each other so that we can get Mevo a friend, so that we can put cameras in different positions, so we can have different angles, and so we can do different things. Mevo is lonely and needs a partner, everybody. So if you attend Flow Church regularly, will you make sure you're giving your tithe so that we can save up and get Mevo that friend he desires? And hey, if you just watch Flow Church every so often, or maybe you just tune in and out, why not think about contributing to finding Mevo a date? We would appreciate it, and definitely Mevo would appreciate it. Isn't that right, Mevo? Thanks. Love you guys. Hello everybody, and welcome to the giving section of the Flow Church Sunday service. I'm joined by my good friend Mevo. Oh, I can't do it. Mevo's lonely. Mevo needs a friend. Maybe more than a friend, who knows? I don't know why I said that. And if you are not a regular goer to Flow Church, but you regularly watch, why not think about, I need to do this again. Welcome back.
Well, hope you enjoyed that. Let's find Mevo a mate.
Mevo mate.
Mevo mate.
It's going to be my matchmaking.
Thing, or more than a mate.
my matchmaking future website, Mevo mate.
Mevo, oh, that's what it's going to be.
Setting up all the singles in our church.
Wow, okay.
If you're single and you need help.
Liam loves matchmaking.
I do, and I've had success. So, right on it. If you need help, I'm here.
He has.
Hey, Jewish communities used to have a matchmaker employed as a matchmaker in the community, and she would go around the different families and connect.
So it had to be a she.
I'm only saying that because Fiddler of the Roof was a she, and that's where I know the fact from.
Anywho,
we've decided we're going to get me to do the disciple quiz.
We're going to find out which disciple Liam is.
Because I know that's what you all really came here for.
You're so intrigued. You're like, oh, if only I knew this, then I could get on with my life.
They're like, when are we talking about Dylan's message? I thought that's what we were doing here.
No,
but
we're going to whiz through it. This is fun.
Okay, whiz through it. Go.
But I'll do it. Okay. Go. Which of the following would your friends use to describe you? Passionate, determined, loyal.
Passionate.
Yep, I was already on it.
Well, I thought
Which of the following do you fear the most? Heights, public speaking, closed spaces?
Closed spaces, definitely.
Can people easily tell how you're feeling?
Yes.
Yes. Are you active on social media?
Yes.
Well done. When working on a project, you usually like to work on your own, work in groups, work with a partner?
I would say work on my own and then bring in a team.
Well, you said work on
Basically,
your own.
I like to be in control of everything.
If your co-worker is violating policy, what do you do? Talk to him,
Call
tell
them
HR, tell your boss?
Yeah, I'll tell them straight away.
Yeah, you have no fear in walking up to them.
No.
You have a potluck at work, Liam. Do you know what one of those is? Apparently it's from America. Which of the following will you bring? Casserole, because you love casserole. Fruit and vegetable tray, or cupcakes?
I'd bring whatever you gave me to bring. So I'm say cupcakes.
Is it easy for you to connect with people?
Yes.
Do you prefer large parties or intimate gatherings?
Large parties.
Yeah, you love it.
Love a network.
What do you look for in a partner? Sense of humour, drive and determination, or similar core values?
Similar core values. We're going to be the same, aren't we?
We're going to be zealous together. If you can fly to any one of these places, which one would you go to? Spain, Jamaica, or Indonesia?
Spain.
Oh.
Because we have a vision for Europe. I was a little bit...
Spanish?
Yes.
Oh.
I was a little bit upset you didn't say Spain.
Sorry. But I want to go to Jamaica with Marcia.
To be fair, we need to do that in our lives.
If time and money... Imagine going with Marcia
Dean and Marcia.
And Dean.
And Shay.
So much fun.
Oh, that would be great fun.
If time and money weren't an issue, which of the following would you want to learn? Photography, cooking, language, coding?
Foreign language, definitely.
Yes. Which foreign language?
Any and all. Any Estonian. Any Estonian language, I was about to say. Any European language. I would love to learn French. I did start learning French with Ben's mum.
Oh, Ben's mum.
But I couldn't keep it going. So, yeah, I would love to learn French properly.
Bonjour, ça va?
Yeah.
Ça va?
Très bien.
Oh, ça va bien, merci. Et toi?
Et toi?
You are not carrying on the conversation.
No, I'm just trying to pay attention to the questions.
You clearly didn't learn with Ben's mum, did you?
Can we please carry on?
If you had to choose among the listed superpowers, which one would it be? Read people's minds. I'm going to say this is invisibility.
Yeah.
Indivisibility or flight.
I would say read people's minds.
Would you?
Yeah, I like the control.
That would be just, no.
I'd use it. Would you
rather freeze time or turn back time?
Freeze time, definitely, yeah. Just for naps
in
the morning.
Do you work better under pressure?
I don't mind either. What do you think?
Well, it's yes or no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. Pressure doesn't bother me either way, I think.
When shopping for gifts, what do you usually get? Gift card or cash, something sentimental and personalised? Whatever is on the person's wish list.
person's wish list?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I don't give someone cash, do I?
No, okay. Which view do you prefer the most? Stop looking.
Sorry.
Sunset by the beach, mountain range, or city view? Oh, I actually don't know what you'd say for this.
I'm going to say city view.
I'd say you're a little bit of a city boy.
Yeah, I'd like to see all the people.
Oh, for goodness sake. What is something you
Wow. I didn't say that about your sunset on the beach. Which we have to do every time we go away anyway.
Yeah.
Carry on.
What is something, because we don't live by a beach.
No, carry on.
What is something, this is the last question.
Carry on.
What is something that you think everyone should do at least once in their lives?
Take any longer to ask that question?
Yeah, I'm doing it on purpose.
Okay, go on then.
Live in a foreign country, skydive, publish an article or book, or get a tattoo.
I'd say live in a foreign country, like you. I think that would be a cool thing for people to do. We want to do that, don't we? At some point.
Calculating.
Oh, all right.
You're Peter.
Hey, Pete. I am the rock. I am a rock. I am an R-O-C-K rock.
Oh look, you are gregarious and a natural born leader.
Oh,
that actually describes you.
Wow, gregarious.
People often look to you for inspiration and guidance.
Can you explain to me what gregarious really means?
Than life. Like you're quite energetic.
I'm not that fat. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that.
You're not afraid to stand up to authority. Definitely not afraid to do that. And rally for what you think is right. You have the ability to command a room. Yep. Your charming and outgoing personality continue to draw people.
Whoa! Wow! Blessings from on high.
Wow! So Peter and Simon the Zealous are leading your church, people.
Amen. Right. So now we're actually going to get to what we came here for. It's to talk about the incredible message from Dylan Long today. Honestly, I was listening to it. I thought he was funny.
Yeah.
Thought he was engaging.
Lifeguard story.
I thought, and then he brought the point about the found but still searching. I was like, that's so applicable, really so biblical,
Drop
really
your
powerful.
Water bucket. I thought that was really interesting.
Because when he brought up that passage, right, I thought I've heard so many preachers on this passage. I'm sure I know where he's going. Did not know where he was going.
Never heard that before. Yeah, leave your temporary source.
Brilliant.
I loved it.
Fantastic. And really, great insight. Really applicable to our Lost Connection series.
Give him some love on social media if you follow him. Yeah, message him. That'd be really encouraging. So I know, like when you preach, obviously, and especially in this kind of circumstance and situation, you don't get the feedback or the time afterwards with people face to face. So actually, I think if you can message him, please. That'd be great. He's on Instagram, so you can send him a message on there or tag him in something and just let him know how his preach encouraged you, because I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, the Lost Connection series, I think, has really been really important. We just kind of came in together. We thought, that'd be quite a cool series, but actually, I think it's really built something in us, and I think what Dylan was challenging was really important. So let's be open and honest with our lives. We're meant to digest it together. Yeah. Can you share an area? Let's talk about the temporary source idea. I think that was his main point. Can you share a temporary source that you think you have in your life? Yeah, so I thought it was interesting actually how he talked about, in this season, actually some stuff might have been revealed to you that was a temporary source, that was your water bucket essentially that you were going to. And I loved how he then linked it with, if what's been revealed to you, but then now you're kind of hiding that, so it's shameful. So I'm hoping us discussing it helps you just be honest. That's a good point, Em. And just, not let it be shameful, and just let's be real. Like his righteousness point as well. Like, so many good things. I need to go back and watch. So but anyway, my temporary source. What's your temporary source? So I think in this season, I have been challenged. I think I have used, I don't know how to describe it, but maybe just like distraction as a temporary source, or I don't know if it kind of counts, but this is what I feel like God challenged me of, like laziness. And so I think in this season as well, because everything's been so different, I almost bought into this lie of like, you don't have to be doing too much because it's what we're going through. So switch off, watch Netflix, distract yourself with something else, go do this, go do that, which aren't all bad things. But actually I was using them to kind of make myself feel better. I was using them to help myself feel more confident, to have a peace about the situation. And I really liked, he mentioned something about like, what do you go to when you're bored? Yeah. And I thought that was a really interesting way and question to ask yourself to maybe think about, because actually that made me think like, actually when I'm bored, I haven't been defaulting to the private place with Jesus. I've been defaulting to, well, I'll just distract myself so I don't have to deal with whatever else I'm feeling inside of me. You know, the laziness he's trying to point out, or the, you know, not working hard enough, or that kind of thing. So
you're just saying just lots of things were distractions to you. So turn on
the
TV. Think, like,
distraction was a water bucket that I would go to get my source of peace and, you know, enjoyment and energy, instead of like dropping that and, you know, not being disciplined enough with how I let myself.
Can I bring it down even more though? What is the things that you were distracting yourself with?
Social media. And just anything random on telly. Yeah.
Just entertainment stuff. Yeah.
And that just fills your mind, but you didn't have to think about anything. And you could carry on hiding then, couldn't you? If I go on social media and my telly, I can carry on hiding. I don't have to face. Whereas I go to the private place with Jesus, I can't carry on hiding that thing.
Yes.
So
great.
But yeah, what about you?
No, I think I'd agree with you. I think we know home as a rest place. So when they say that now you've got to work from home, you've got to do everything from home, I think it's very easy to fall into it's fine, this is the season we're in type idea. I would definitely have felt something like that. That's why I partly chose to fast in September, to sort of restart the engines almost in that sense, and that really helped me. But I think you're right. I think just coming home, turning on the TV, which to be fair, we didn't really do.
No.
We might watch a film at night, but that's pretty much the only time the TV, unless we're watching a message. So for us, the TV's been on a lot longer, the phone's been out a lot more. And I think the question is, am I using this time really effectively? Am I actually developing my relationship with God in this time, or am I just trying to find those things to make me feel peaceful?
But I think it's that tricky balance though, isn't it, as well? Like I've found thinking about this, because God has like challenged me on this already, and then Dylan's word was just like, here you go. But it's like that tricky balance of like dealing with those things, but then not turning into striving, or like he said, like then what you do makes you righteous. I thought that was really good how he brought that in as well. Very like powerful. Do it from a place of knowing you've been made righteous, out of a gratitude because of that. Now make your choices based on that, instead of like,
don't do it to be a good Christian.
Yes. Don't do it to get your righteousness.
Let's talk about that for a second, because guys, let's be clear. There's only ever been one good Christian. And that was Christ himself, right? So, and actually he wasn't even a Christian, he was the Christ. So there's been no good Christians. We have just been trying to follow. God makes us the good Christian. So we take on his righteousness. So when people say to me, I don't feel like I've been a good Christian recently, I'm like, what does that even mean? Like,
none of us are.
Congratulations, well done, welcome to the club. Like now you can actually rely on God for stuff. So I think that's really important. I was going to say, I think it's good to talk about some other areas, because that's just one area. I think for me, the job identity stuff, I think will be a big thing for a lot of us. And I felt that as well. You know, I'm a pastor, so I kind of get that ego boost, I think would be fair to say, when I arrive at church or when, you know, Ben picks us up to drive us somewhere. You know, you get a little, and so actually you've got to be careful that doesn't become a thing that fills your pot. Because the COVID season took that away. It was you and me with a tech iPad trying to figure it out.
No one giving us feedback or anything.
No energy coming back the other way. So, but you've still got to say, actually, no, Jesus is my only living source. That's the important bit.
I guess a good question to ask maybe, and maybe you guys might be thinking, like, you've heard this message and you always know there's like a niggle when you know that Jesus is pointing out something in you. But how do you know, how can you pinpoint what is your temporary source? What is your water bucket? You know, I love that analogy of like, she left her water bucket, that was her temporary source. How did you know that, you know, distraction or job identity was your temporary source in your life? And how did you know what you needed to then do with that? Because obviously these things aren't bad. Relaxing and, you know, being good at your job and wanting to do it well isn't bad, but how did you know it become a temporary source?
Okay, I might be a bit annoying here, but I think I would flip the question a little bit, because the woman at the well, she didn't know that the jar was her temporary source. She knew that Christ was the living source.
Sure.
And I would probably say to people, don't necessarily focus so much on what's my temporary source in my life, what do I need to cut out and cull in my life. Instead, focus on, am I actually drinking of the Spirit? And I think if you fix your eyes that way, you'd become so overflowed that the temporary sources won't appeal to you.
Yeah.
And I definitely felt that when I chose to start fasting, I chose to drink of the Spirit, which Paul tells us to do in Corinthians.
Well, we prayed every night at 9, didn't we?
We prayed every night at 9.
Telly.
We weren't watching telly. It made us stop films and decide to pray, and then then you go to bed after, so you stop the TV. And then as I was drinking of him, my energy levels were getting so much higher. I wanted to be more in his presence. Jesus is the water that when you drink, you want more of it, but yet you feel satisfied. It's one of those weird things. So I would say to people, don't necessarily focus on what's my temporary source. Really just focus on, am I drinking of the Spirit?
That's good.
Am I drinking of the living water? Because the woman had that. She didn't even think about the jar.
Well, that's what I'm imagining, like, home. You know, it wasn't even like she went, now I'm going to leave my temporary source of water.
And it wasn't a challenge. She didn't have to go, I've picked it back up and put it back down.
She'd had the encounter with Jesus. She'd received the truth. And then that was it.
Yes.
Off she went. There was nothing was a distraction to her anymore because she'd drunk so intensely of that.
Yeah. So instead of trying to learn how to unfix your eyes on something of the earth, just fix your eyes on Christ, and you'll naturally unfix your eyes on the things of the earth.
That's very good.
So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
It's a good question, though.
That is good. I liked as well within it, though, maybe just like to bring it like a bit practically with that. He did mention, like, what do you go to when you're bored? And I thought that was interesting, you know, and this isn't, please hear us, it's, you know, it's not condemning you watching Netflix or, you know, going on social media at all, but you have to figure those boundaries out in your life and for what's challenging you and what you think is right for you. But I just thought it was interesting. Actually, when I am bored, why do I not go to the private place to hang out with Jesus Christ, King of the universe, and have him feed my soul and give me, you know, eternal life giving words? But I fill it with binge watching something instead. Like,
can I address some of that?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I think sometimes we think of the private place with Christ as a very serious, intense zone.
Yes.
Because that's actually how we've been taught to worship and pray. Yeah. When you and I have learned that Jesus in the private time can be hilarious, can be fun, can bring life, It's not about necessarily...
And it doesn't look like you going in a room to study.
No, I mean, it can do, but it doesn't.
Yes.
Like, you can bring Jesus into a time when you're playing a board game or, you know, just hanging out with friends. It's just having an acknowledgement of his presence within you, having that communion that he is present. So I think trying to not think of, I've got to either have fun or go and spend time with Jesus, but actually... I'm going to go have fun by spending time with Jesus. Yeah. I think that's a really good, important
that's a good way
point.
to look at it, definitely.
Great.
No, I love that.
I loved it.
I loved it too.
Anything else we need to...
I've got so many notes on my phone. Like, I love to sing as well about let's be found and faithful, not found but searching. And I thought that was...
Can I talk about that?
Yeah.
No, sorry, did you have something?
I was just going to say, I like that saying.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really great. So what was it? Found and searching. We're not going to be found and searching. We're going to be found and faithful. And I really like that, particularly because actually I was writing a caption this morning for an Instagram post I'm probably going to do later, where I talked about how faithfulness is the success in the kingdom. It's not numbers. It's not impact. It's not how well you're known. It's not which politician you sat with. It's faithfulness. That's success in the kingdom. Yeah. And I've actually done a Flowbox series about this called Craving Contentment, where I'd encourage you to go and watch it if you're interested in that. I want to be the found and faithful. And so I would just say it really lifts a burden off me when I know my job is to just be faithful.
Yes.
Just keep showing up on a Sunday. Just keep loving my family. Just keep praying. Just keep connected. That's my job. That means I'm tick. When I get to heaven, God says, well done, faithful servant.
Well, and I think that's a really helpful thing for all of us to take away to help us in this season. I think this is really helpful in not defaulting to your temporary sources.
Yes.
Just keep being faithful in the things that you've been given. You know, keep, like you said, keep being faithful to loving your family. Keep showing up to church on a Sunday. Keep sharing the link to friends. Keep telling people about Jesus. Keep up your worship time with God. Like, just keep being faithful in these areas. And like you said, that then fixes your eyes on Jesus. So you're drinking of the Spirit and you're not getting distracted by these temporary sources and these other water buckets.
Great. Well, guys, I hope this has been some help to you, blessed you, helped you digest the word a little bit more and think about how you can apply it to your life. We've got 2 more weeks of Lost Connection. You're up next week.
Next week.
And then I'm going to close it off, and I have got a great message already to close it off. It's going to be a real challenge to a lot of us.
Shock.
But it's going to be great. We're loving it. We've got Martin Dunsford coming soon.
Yep.
Anything else you want to say? You've got 3 seconds. Go.
I love you.
I also like you and love you.
Wow.
I don't know why I said like you. I should have said love. We really do love you and appreciate you guys. I hope this has been helpful for you. We will see you next Sunday. Yes. Please feel free to call us anytime just to catch up and chat. We would love to hear your voice or see your face on FaceTime. See you soon.